Hey, I'd like to talk about how easy it is to use this rockler jig to put in inlays like bow ties or butterflies, whatever you want to call them. Inlay this into wood on a crack that's separating in a tabletop or a slab. They come in a lot of different designs and they've got templates that you can use. You can go with the classic bow tie look, or they've got, a ton of these hexagons, the mini ones, the snowman ones. You can interchange them. You can use them to your heart's desire. So the reason they're called bow tie inlays, no matter what shape you're using, is because this shape, the original shape, the bow tie shape, is specifically designed to keep a board from cracking further. So you position the crack of the board on the skinny section of the bow tie, and when you inlay this into the board and glue it in place, if that board wants to split even further, finds greater resistance the further it tries to move. So it acts as a wedge on both sides. As that pressure goes outwards, there's more pressure holding it together. And so this specific shape is what is probably best suited to hold a tabletop crack together, or a slab like this. As you can see, these slabs that I'm using are in pretty bad shape. They had a massive crack down the center here, a couple cracks on the bottom there. I'm mostly trying these out, but I also want to be able to use these for something. I'm going to build a tabletop out of 2 slabs and try my hand at a river table. This is the window frame that it comes with, and this is what guides your router around your piece. It comes with the classic bow tie inlays. I think it comes with a few of these. And then you can buy the add-on packs or whatever if you want to do the hexagons, dog bone looking thing, or a flared out bow tie, and they look really nice. So how this works is once you secure this as your window template into the board, then these just fit within this. And you can use it to not only cut out the piece that you're going to use, bearing the bushing that comes with it, you add that in, and it will also cut the pocket. A little confusing, but basically this is all it is. It's this little bushing that comes with and secures to your router. I've got the big DeWalt. This slides up underneath it, and then this goes around on the back, and then just securely screws on. And that's what holds it into place. You can see here, I've cut out a number of them just from this piece of scrap maple that I had. When you're cutting those out, you remove this little bushing here. And now there's still a guide bushing for the template. This will still follow the template without cutting it with your bit. It's built to use a 1/8 inch upcut bit. And then when you're cutting into the pocket, you add this little bushing back on. And then that adds an 1/8 inch to replace the kerf. And then magically, because this is well designed, your bow tie then slides right into the pocket that you just cut. It's super easy. This is a fairly cheap little set that works great with most routers, and I've had really good success with it. As you can see, I went to town on this thing, and on the back, that crack was fairly hefty. So we're gonna walk through it. I'll show you how to put a bow tie in this slab here. I'm going to show you start to finish how to utilize this thing. All right, let's get started. All right, so first things first, most router plates have this little lip edge in here for this specific purpose. You just pop that in like that. That should be flush with your base. And then this ring goes on the other side and then screws into place. The technology or the engineering is really in this bushing. So this little guy just pops off, and then when you're cutting your pocket into your piece, it pops back on. I've roughed out, a quick outline where I'd like to position that. My plunge is set just about the exact depth of my inlay. That just will save me on hand planing and sanding later. And I can do that in about 1 pass. I've since learned that I can plunge at that depth just fine with a single pass, and I haven't had any chip out and haven't broken the bit yet. Little glue, and then we'd pound that in. Come on. All right, so that didn't work. So let's shift over to how to cut out a new. And actually, I'm already seeing a future mistake happening here as well. The grain should be going the long way. It should be going this way because this is going to be brittle that way. It actually wasn't the case with the one that broke, but this is definitely not the way. So we don't want that to happen again. So let's switch that out, see if there's enough space, just barely. So we can cut one out right here with the grain going the long way. Now, when you're cutting out the pieces, when you're cutting out the inlay pieces, you take this guy off. You want to make sure you stay along the edge, just so I can have a very finite feel for exactly where the router is. I just hold on down here at the base, and I just gently maneuver it around, making sure that there's always outward pressure along that template, because that piece needs to be exactly the same size as that pocket. So let's cut this one out. All right, let's try that again. Gently now. All right, well, thanks for watching. Again, it's super easy jig. It's from Rockler. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. Rockler, give me a call. You know my number. It worked out pretty good. Obviously, we had a little mistake there, but I always like to keep my mistakes in to show you what could go wrong. So when you're hammering those in, take it easy on them. Really appreciate you watching. If this was helpful, give a like and subscribe to the channel to learn more. We'll see you in the shop.